Skip it up. Deep. Let's see. Live on TikTok. All good in the hood over there. Are we muted on TikTok? Yeah, we are. We're good there. Been a while since I was live. Shield mode shortcut. No idea what that means. No idea what that means. Am I live on YouTube? That's okay, cool. As long as I'm live on YouTube, I am happy. Okay, hi everybody. Short stream here. Definitely not being told I should do this stream by very powerful people. Hi Brad, what's going on? Yo, it's been a while. What's going on, Dexter? Hi. Crusher, hi. X, how's going on? Love Fashal. Hi guys, what's going on, everybody? How's it going? It's going good, Dexter. It's going good. Yo, Nick, what's going on? Troggles, what's going on? Hello, Skip Selm. Hi. G-Don, hello. Hi guys. Lord Flexinor, this is a surprise. Yes, X, hi. It is a surprise. Unfortunately, it is not a sustained thing, but it is something I'm going to be doing today. Yo, Nick, ooh, I just realized my entire webcam is under the text chat. That's annoying. We're gonna move Nick back to here. Boom, bang, boom. Hey, what's good? What's going on? Hey, remember FTC? Hi guys. So guys, today, what's good, fam? Oh, you know, Tom Wukong hanging out. Madden, thank you for joining the Weeb Alliance, man. That's very nice. Yeah, I appreciate that. Zero 51s, welcome back, homie. Thank you, I appreciate that. Dang, I wish I subbed today. Wow, Nick is live. Hi guys. Yes. So guys, today, kind of a weird thing. It's gonna be a just chatting. We're just gonna be hanging out for about an hour or so today. And basically what I'm trying to do today, guys, is today there is chat, if you guys are fans of Naruto, this is a very important poll. Which is why today we're gonna be hanging out. We're gonna be talking about what sequels you guys want from Naruto. It's no video games today, nothing like that. Just chatting. And there's 4 options. One of them is more Boruto, so I mean, I guess it's kind of 3 options. But chatting is cool. Should do it more. Yeah, right. It's been a fat minute since I've been on Hammer Stream. What's good, everyone? Hi, Brady. Blink 50 times if you need help. That'll probably happen eventually. I can't rule that out. So, like I was saying, just talking about yesterday, I miss hanging out here, and I missed you guys as well. I miss you guys all the time. I'm just up to my eyeballs in work right now. Oh my goodness, a lot of YouTube comments just rolled in. Gabe of Glory, hi guys. So YouTube, who are these powerful people? So guys, I'm not gonna say the powerful people. The people who like might make Naruto. They might have reached out. They didn't. I can't make that any more clear, chat. Tier 3 for 6 months. Oh, baby, 6 months of favorite boy. Thank you, Seraph. I appreciate that. Star, tier 1 for 23 months. It's very nice of you. They didn't reach out, chat. Nobody reached out to me. But there's a poll on my YouTube page, which is not being used by anyone. Okay, it's not being used by Viz. It's not being used by Bandai, Kishimoto, Soatia. It's not being used by them to gauge what the Naruto community wants. For a spin-off of Naruto. I repeat, it's not being used. All right, chat, it's not. But hypothetically, if you guys have feelings about what you would want from Naruto here in the future, I'm just gonna say this poll holds a heavy amount of importance. Just to me, though, just to me. Only to me, it holds importance. But if you guys want to tell me, only me, what you guys wanted, this would be important. Kakuzo Soul is the leaf. That's just inaccurate. But I love the drive. Can you do a story about Hikaku Uchiha? That's not a person. Want prequels? And I would love prequels as well. I really would. Sorry, I'm late, MFs. Totally fine, Brandon. Welcome. How far are you into One Piece? Also, I love you. 551 episodes. We're pretty deep into Fishman here. A warring reclaim where Itachi and Neji are teamed up trying to get a message to Naruto and Sasuke about Shubai Otsutsuki. Listen, chat. I am very down to talk about Boruto today. Listen, chat. November 20th, which was, about 20 or so days ago. It's funny because no one's talking about it. It's funny because absolutely no one's talking about it, but literally the strongest person in the history of Naruto got introduced in Boruto. We got Shobai Otsutsuki, like the god of gods, like quite literally the god of the universe got introduced in Naruto. Didn't make a singular ripple. Minato, previous generations. Nick, you made a typo. Hashirama. No, I didn't actually. I mean, it is spelt wrong, but you only get 14 characters in a poll, so I had to eliminate the I. Hi, Dad. How is dog? He is great. Thank you for asking. What about like a futuristic Naruto, like 1,000 years after Shippuden? I don't know. I feel like if you go so far into the future, like that's one of the people's biggest qualms with Boruto, is that you go so far into the future. Now we're talking about like shinobi wear. We're talking about things like the Kamasio. We're talking about all these things. And now like, I love it because it shows the natural increase in Naruto's world, right? It's like technology is now important. Like you can now like recreate like ninjutsu with just like a handheld weapon. But like, I don't know. If you went 1,000 years into the future, you'd lose a lot there. Can you do a story? Yeah, I don't know who Kaku is. Minato series about the second and third Shinobi World War. Chat, listen. That's what chat. If I could vote, actually I can. Chat, I actually can vote. I can vote here. I can just switch to my other channel. I would vote for Minato personally. Listen, chat, I have a tattoo of him. But listen, don't let me sway your vote by any means, because hypothetically, Sinner, 2-1 for 9 months. Missing you on stream. Hope you have great again soon. Only once or twice a week. Thank you, Sinner. I appreciate that. Chat, I don't want to say hypothetically. Listen, chat, I don't want to, but like, if there was a Naruto sequel, there might be a chance. They're like, listen, once again, chat, this poll is for you and me to understand each other. But there might be a chance, if it's the Versus series, that I would write. But like I said, this is nothing. But also, who knows, in the Minato story, in the hypothetical where this poll means something, I could also hypothetically also be in the writing room. So it's really up to you guys. 1,000 years of future, it might not be any ninja in the world. I mean, listen, after what we've seen from the flash forward in Boruto, who knows? Have you watched 86? Of course, it's very good. In this hypothetical series, would you be helping? I would be helping. Hypothetically. Once again, nothing in this poll means anything. The ideals of Shinobi would be gone, just be an advanced civilization like Earth. Are you telling me they don't live on Earth? You telling me these men don't live on Earth? The ideas of Shinobi, Anbu Black Ops, Smoke, Hash? Nothing. What is the Itachi one about? So this right here, let me explain. Let me give you guys a good look into what each of these stories would be. Obviously, Minato would just be Minato's life. It would be Minato possibly being born outside of the Leaf Village, which a lot of people hypothesize he was, because there's no Namikazes in Konoha. And then, his rise to being a child genius. So him going through the Shinobi Academy, having the highest ever grade, having the fastest time through the Force of Death until Gaara broke it. Or was that Itachi? I don't know, remember. And then, his life, like obviously training with Jiraiya. It would be like Naruto Part 2, because they have very similar backstories. And then, obviously the second and third Great Shinobi World Wars. He wasn't like he didn't fight in the second Great Shinobi World War, but he fought in the third one. So a better look into the third Great Shinobi World War, and then like seeing basically seeing he could possibly be a Genin during the second Great Shinobi World War. I don't think he was, but seeing what happened to Konoha in that time period. The Hashirama story would be Hashirama and Madara, kind of like I don't know if you guys have ever seen Samurai Champloo. It would be like Samurai Champloo, like an Edo style feudal, like a feudal samurai story, basically, except I mean obviously these two are best friends. I guess it would be closer to like, I don't know, like just some like Edo story of like two warring parties like fighting, giving us a better look into the Warring States period. The Versus series is actually really interesting. It's actually this would be really cool. The Versus is if there was hypothetically people who were being like, this poll might mean something, they would hypothetically be the most excited about the Versus series, because the Versus series would be a couple of one-shots, basically. I need a Naruto series for the girls and the gays. Who would that even be? Sai? Story of Sai? I don't know. I'm trying to... Oh, wait, no. Konkoro and Kiba. That's my favorite headcanon ship. Halcon! 2 for 7 months. Thank you. Also, Papa Nuggy James, tier 3 for 17 months. Thank you so much. It's very nice of you. I appreciate that. A versus series would be more of a one-shot type beat, where it would be Papa Duke, tier 1 for 11 months. Thank you so much. It's very nice. You loving the new camera quality. Yeah, I set up my Sony A7. The versus series would be like convention exclusive. So thinking about so there's a lot of anime one-shots in the world. This right here, when after Mugen Train, after Rengoku died, the mangaka of Demon Slayer decided to put out a story about Dragon Man. Welcome. Decided to put out a story about Rengoku, and it's just called, it's Infinity Train. Oh wait, no, that's Mugen Train. But this was just the special one shot, which is a story about Rengoku while he was the rank, while he was a Kinoue, while he was the rank under Hashirama, whatever it is. Hashira, yeah, well, he was the rank under Hashira. So it's a story about his life, and they come into this demon. So the Versus series would kind of be like that. It'd be a one shot, and it would be released at cons. And hypothetically, so like with a Versus, unfortunately, the way it works, Shampoo is goated. It absolutely is. With the way a one shot like Versus works, is the way that DC usually does it, is easily like sometimes they'll tie, which is stupid. But there would probably be two versions of each one shot released. One where, let's say, Minato and Itachi were fighting. One where Minato wins, one where Itachi wins. And there would be an influencer tied to each of. So I am now actually, since I've been gone, me and Swag Kage have become close buddies. We have a video in the works right now. Hypothetically, me and Swag would be involved in the writing of these one shots. And Sam does a stream a lot. No, I don't. Warring States would be golden. It would be cool. And then we would see fights like Minato versus Itachi, and we would see like Tobirama versus Kisame. All of these things that people have been curious about for a long time, which would be really, really cool. Especially when like we talk about like the fact that like if you go on YouTube right now, the thing that Jamie, thank you for 100 bits. It's very nice of you. 2 years.
Hey Nick, today marks 2 years since the last time I was interested in damaging myself. Thank you for the help.
Thoughts on Shibai? I mean, like obviously Shibai Otsutsuki is really cool. Like it's a really cool premise. I just hate how under fleshed out it's been. Not under fleshed out, but it's just I haven't seen the biggest reaction from the community to Shibai Otsutsuki, which is probably because nobody's reading. Like the manga's big in Japan. Shibai Otsutsuki is huge in Japan right now, but in America nobody really gives a shit. Which sucks because it's the god of gods. It's the strongest man ever. But yeah, the story of Kurama and Tailed Beast, that would be cool as well. But yeah, so the Versus series would be all of these characters, hypothetically, the way that it would be. Not that I would be involved, but the way that I would write it would either be a tournament of power in the Pure Lands. And the Pure Lands, for those of you who don't know, is like canonical Naruto heaven. So the Pure Lands is basically where everybody it's based off a Buddhist idea. It's basically the Pure Lands are heaven in Buddhism. And a lot of Naruto is based off of Buddhism, but the Pure Lands in Naruto are where it's where Obito and Rin are. And like in this Pure Land, it's where, well, actually technically this was like limbo between Pure Lands. But it's where Kakashi was able to meet with his father. And it's like, obviously where all these souls, like when you see these souls descending from Edo Tensei, it's them returning to the Pure Lands. Cause that's how the Pure Lands work. Is you and Swag would be a lit ass video. Yeah, no, me and Swag are in the process of making 2 videos actually. How do you vote? 2OUY. It's over here on my YouTube, NC Hammer 23. It's in my community tab. Yeah, like I said, definitely not being used by anyone. Definitely not legally required to say that it's not being used by anyone. Just me being curious about the community. But the way that I would see the Versus series would be like a tournament of power in the Pure Lands between those who are dead. So it'd be like Itachi and Minato are both in the Pure Lands, Nagato, Obito, Madara, all those people in the Pure Lands, and it could be like this tournament of, and you guys can tell me if you would like that idea. Like a tournament of power, or tell me if you guys, the other way we were thinking of doing it, not I, the other way I was thinking of there's nobody else involved. Yeah, there's nobody else involved. It's just me. The other way I was thinking of doing it, was that we would not, once again, I would have the Otsutsukis use their time travel like little turtle and basically create hypothetical fights between, like, let's say Minato and Itachi to assess the danger of a planet to see if they should invade it and make it into chakra. I'll donate $10 if you give a valid reason why you think Sakura could beat Three-Eyed Madara manga only. She couldn't. There's very few people who could. Even like adult Sasuke would struggle against Three-Eyed Madara. Now, if you said a live Madara, Sakura could probably take that one. Mostly just genjutsu resistance, speed, durability on par with his, like regeneration on par with his. He's better. Actually, she probably might have better chakra control than Madara when it comes down to it. But his ninjutsu is just way stronger. It's just way stronger. But in terms of speed, power, durability, regeneration, Sakura does give Three-Eyed Madara a run for her money in that regard. Like, she was able to dodge a light speed attack from Kaguya, which means that she could dodge his mouth lasers, which is his fastest attack. Genjutsu resistance allowed her to travel to the moon. She was able to basically allow everybody to come to the moon with her in the last. So she's basically immune to Genjutsu. But the difference in ninjutsu probably puts Three-Eyed Madara over the top there. I didn't even know what's going on, but NC Hammer live stream. Heck yeah. Hi, Quick Scythe. I need a PR rep to do the talking. Yeah, definitely have not said we. Definitely haven't said we. I just need a series of mini arcs explaining the first, second, and third Great Ninja Wars. I want to see people like Haka, Sakamo Hatsuke, Uchiha, Fukaku, Minato Namikaze, Salamander had run on site orders. Yeah, man, like we've seen Fugaku be like, everyone's like, oh yeah, like Wicked Eye Fugaku, like all this kinds of things. And it's like his Monkey Ko Sharingan isn't even technically canon. Like it only ever shows up in the anime. So it's like, how intimidating could this man be? Nick, your speech is so hot. Can we get a video on the Shadow Hokage, Ben Hokage, like Sasuke, Danzo, and maybe Madara? You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. You know what? I like that idea. Seth and Six did a debug. Yeah. Not sick. Oh, yeah, Seth and Six. Yeah, no. Me and Swagger chill. Could Sakura beat Edo, Shisui, and Edo Itachi? Maybe. When he says we, yeah. No. When I say we, guys, it's just me referring to the multiple voices in my head. So yeah, don't worry about when I say we. There's nobody else involved here. This poll will not be used in board meetings in Japan. This will not be shown to Kishimoto-san. None of this will make it anywhere. None of this will go anywhere. I'm a boomer. How do I vote in this poll? You just go to youtube.com, type in NCHammer23, and you see. So when you come to NCHammer23's YouTube page, there's a bunch of different little thingies here. You go over to community. It'll be the first thing you see in community. I'm actually gonna pin this. I'm gonna no, okay. Apparently I can't. Apparently you can't pin things. That's on me. I thought you could. Where's the vid for the gaming channel? That's that I forgot we had that. Home. I thought there was somebody in my house. Please never stop doing your thing. I love Naruto. I love your work. I got the seal on my stomach one day. Hell yeah, Nathan, dude, that's awesome. I love that. Listen, as somebody who's covered in Naruto tattoos, get it done, G. Get it done. Can we get a video on all of the Shadow Hokage? Yeah, that's a good idea. Every Hokage shadow. Man, that's a good question though, because like, all right, so like I would say Kakashi's was Sasuke, right? Kakashi's is Sasuke. I don't, because like obviously like we see Sasuke pulling up during the last, destroying the meteors from the moon that are coming down. So Kakashi's is Sasuke, Tsunade's is Jiraiya, Hiruzen's is Danzo. What's Minato's? Also Danzo? Yo, the goat Tobirama. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Can we get a video of the stories I want a Naruto past generations? Well, that's kind of what either of these would be. That's kind of what either of these would be right here. The goat, thank you. And then also Anus Forever. How do you feel about the full explanation of Menma timeline? So, in my silly little head, I was having a conversation with myself, just talking, I was in a corner. I haven't been talking to you guys in a little while, so just been talking with me, definitely nobody else. And I was like, damn, what would be cool? Like, how Marvel did, like, Marvel What If? What would be really cool is if, like, hypothetically, we did a Naruto What If. And if we did this Naruto What If, we could see some of these versus battles. Like, remember how Jiraiya pulls up on Itachi, and Itachi's like, all right, we need to, like, we're not going to fight him. He could give both you and me like a problem. And people are like, oh, like, does that mean Jiraiya is equal to Kisame and Itachi? Or was Itachi like being the good spy and like not trying to expose Naruto? So yeah. So like a hypothetical where instead of Itachi, like, let's say Kisame doesn't listen to Itachi. And so Kisame then goes and like tries to run like Jiraiya's fade with Itachi. That's and so now they come into combat. So it'll be like Itachi and Kisame versus Jiraiya, which is, you know, a fun idea, you know, but it was just me talking to myself, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at the end of the day, chat. What about the life of every Kage series? Because we don't see a lot of the Kage's lives. Well, yeah, I mean, that would be Minato or Hashirama. I want a 10-10 miniseries. All right, chat, we're adding a fifth option, 10-10 miniseries. It's the problem with the 10-10 miniseries is that she's too fast for the cameras. Can you make a video on Black Clover? Oh, buddy. Underworld. Whole other, listen, this is a great time to plug something else. Boy, oh boy, do I have something for you. I have a whole other YouTube page, which is, we talk about Black Clover like a lot, actually. Like, I'd say it's like our second most talked about, all the devils ranked and explained. We recently did, I think we did Magic Explained a little while ago. Yeah, so there's a lot of Black Clover over there if you're genuinely curious. What if, it'd be cool if Obito and Kakashi swap places? So yeah, I mean, like, well, obviously, like, and I want to see like the strongest version, like DMS Kakashi versus, like, you know, like 10 Tails Obito, those kinds of things. And this is what you could accomplish. Like, it's that all kind of falls under the umbrella of the Versus series. Like, I haven't figured out how to generally make those Versus battles happen conclusively yet. So we'll have to see. I would say Hashirama is Madara, Tobirama's is Izuna. Izuna, like, as in the man Tobirama killed? Hiruzen's, I would say, so Tobirama is Tobirama Shadow Hokage is an interesting one. Tobirama Shadow Hokage would probably be Hiruzen? Why not all of them? Listen, chat. I would love for all of them to get made. And who's to say hypothetically that, like, you know, there isn't more Naruto. Listen, all I'm saying is, if a couple of things go right, you know, like if a lot of people voted in this poll, that could be used. Not saying that it will be, but it could be used. So the more votes, so let's say hypothetically 100,000-ish people voted. Let's say hypothetically 100,000-ish people voted in this poll, right? That'd be cool. It would certainly be very interesting if hypothetically that information, let's say, you know, because like this 53%, which means, and there's been 4.3K votes, which is great. It's only been up 4.5. It's only been up an hour. But let's say, so 50% of the vote is Minato's story. Let's say there's 100,000 votes. 50,000 people voted for a Minato prequel. If that got into the right hands, and not saying that it will, but if it did, that could mean a lot. If you think about it, it's a lot of people. So we have 317K subscribers. Swag is also going to be posting this because he's also curious about what other Naruto animation people would want. So if we could use those numbers, that'd be cool, right? That'd be cool. I don't know how we would use them, but we would figure it out. I'm pretty sure. I want the entire Warring States period. It's 2,000 years long. It'd be kind of, honestly, in episodic. How are you talking me into it? You're talking me into it. You just sent a text. I'm talking myself into it. It's 2,000 years, which is roughly what? 40 generations, let's say. In the Warring States period, it's probably even less. It's probably 50 generations of people. 50 episodes or 50 chapters. Every generation of Indra and Ashura's reincarnation coming into combat with each other. An episodic anthological series of the Warring States period through the eyes of Indra and Ashura's reincarnations. That's a fucking Oh my God, that's a great idea. I am a genius. Indra x Ashra reincarnations. I'm just too good at this when it comes down to it. I'm just too good. Wasn't Madara, Hashirama, Shadow Hokage? Or totally off. You're completely right. Am I making 100? I am making 100,000 YouTube channels. Listen, hold up. What is your vote? Well, I did vote with the Weeb Commander for Minato's story. But if, hypothetically, the Versus series was made, I would be more involved. I would be more involved in the Versus series than the Minato story. But who's to say? Mr. Beast has nothing to do with this. I'm Mr. Beast in this, hypothetically. Would be dope to see Uzumaki clan when they were at their peak. And Uzumaki's story is obviously going to be incredible. That would be, but like, what would you define as their peak, right? Like, would it be like the second and third Great Shinobi World Wars? Couldn't that be encapsulated into Minato's story? Intro Nashra sounds dope. It does. A story about a new villain who is half Uchiha, half Uzumaki, looking for retribution for both of his clans. Interesting. I don't know how the Uzumaki and the Uchiha would come into each other like that, but it could be interesting. What about the life of every Kage? Because we don't see a lot of Kage's lives. Yeah, I mean, but like just with these two stories, you're getting the stories of two of this. And obviously with Hashirama's story, you're getting a lot of Tobirama's story. With Minato's story, you're getting a lot of Hiruzen's story. It's just, there's a blank period. There's a lot of blank periods, unfortunately. If the Otsukis never went to Earth, it wouldn't really be an anime. They'd fight with swords and armor. Ruby, we don't see every Kage because we don't see a lot of Kage's lives. Ruby, we get it. You can stop hammering it. Yo, what I see? Thank you for the 11 roses. Very nice. You just voted. Good job, Austin. Good job. Please do a Pakura backstory, please. Oh, dude. I don't know how many of you are reading Hunter x Hunter's manga right now. Dude, Hunter x Hunter's manga right now. The way, bro, you're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you, Ultra. That's very nice of you. The way they're doing the Phantom Troop backstory right now has me spinning. Are you spamming that live with Kage text, huh? What if Naruto and Sasuke get DNA of Shibai? Oh man, that's the thing. Is the introduction of a god, like a literal, like an Otsutsuki who's reached goddom, and the fact that Momoshiki like knows about Shibai Otsutsuki, it introduces a lot of very possible interesting things to happen down the line. Like we know down the line that obviously like the Otsutsuki are going to be a big problem with Kawaki and Boruto and all that. So it's a lot. It's a hat on a hat for me, but still. Anybody else want a Jiraiya show? That's not a bad idea. But like at the same time, like if you're telling Minato's story, Jiraiya's story is inherently tied into that. Right? Because like anything with Naruto is inherently episodic. And so like the Naruto timeline as it were, right? Like it's split into Kakashi's story, it's split into Minato's story a little bit, Hashirama's story, Madara's story. It's like a line with a bunch of lines splitting off of it. So with Minato's story, like obviously, like who trains Minato? It's Jiraiya. So we get a look into Jiraiya's life after the conclusion of the Second Great Shinobi World War, because that's when Jiraiya takes on Team Minato. And then before the Third Great Shinobi World War, because by that time Minato is obviously controlling his own team. Stop the live chat and run with that. Jonesy Naruto obviously missed something. What does he have cooking up? Mercy, we're just been here since 100K. Hell yeah, go. Thank you. Mercy, we're just curious today. We're just being curious little guys. We just wanted to know what people would want to see in a Naruto project if hypothetically, you know, like Naruto and Sueisha and Viz, we're looking to make more. Yeah, fucking Naruto GX. Bring the tails back. Bring the tails back. Are we gonna be disappointed on the 17th of December? That entirely depends on what you're anticipating. That entirely depends on what you're anticipating. Yeah. I kind of want a story of Orochimaru. We kind of have that. I need a female lead for a Naruto spinoff. I mean, I think if they were gonna do Minato's story, they would have to like very much tie in Kushina's story to it. Because Kushina is arguably, and then obviously, like if you're tying Kushina's story into it, you have to tell the story of Mito Uzumaki. And as two of arguably the most important and powerful women in Konoha's history, in Kushina and Mito, I think that would be really interesting. As for anybody else, I don't know. What if a Naruto series set before the Warring States period? So like Hagoromo's life? Is that what you want? Shibai cells equals Hashirama cells. Got to be the same plot device. Could you imagine? Did the Boruto anime get any better yet? Stop watching after the Funado part. We haven't got back to manga canon. If that's the question you're asking, I think it's been a year and a half since we got a manga canon episode. IDK about all these dudes. I mean, I'd argue that there's some dudes you care about. Tier 1 for 3 months. Thank you, Patrick. It's very nice. 7 Swordsmen of the Mist versus Hashira from the Demon Slayers. Oh, it's not close. I'm sorry. I wish it was. But no, it's not. I mean, there's some people. The 7 Swordsmen of the Mist aren't that powerful. Like, they were said to be able to take down an entire continent on their own, which is like a stretch because Might Guy killed them. Or Might Die killed all of them. But oh my goodness, those come in quick. Kakashi's story. Yeah, I mean, like, but we kind of already have Kakashi's story. Like, especially in the light novels already. We have. Let me show you how many. I don't want to be like read the light novels, but like, we kind of already have Kakashi's story. Naruto light novels. Let's see. Yeah, there's the Kakashi story, the 6 Hokage, and the failed prince. This is the Sasuke Retsudan, what's getting manganized right now. It's getting drawn. It's a part of a 3-story. Oh, I'm dying. No, we're good. No, we're not. I lied. So this Kakashi story right here is actually the prequel to Sasuke Retsudan, which is getting its manga right now. And then after Sasuke Retsudan is Naruto's part of the story, because Sasuke Retsudan ends off on it's this one right here, ends on a cliffhanger. And this is like Naruto and Orochimaru having a whole story. It's dope. But there's this story, which is about like Kakashi's first couple of years as Hokage. There's a bunch, man. There's also I think there's Hiding in Lightning, I think is Kakashi's other light novel. I think there's 3 total Kakashi light novels, all of which I think take place during like the blank period, like in the first couple of years of Kakashi's role as Hokage. Thank Tier 3 for 16 months. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Tailed Beast individual backstories. I mean, it's interesting. It's an interesting idea, right? Because Hagoromo splits the Tailed Beasts. And it's not a bad. I'm gonna write it down. Because Hagoromo does split the Tailed Beasts, but at the end of the day, and the Tailed Beasts are split into different parts of the country, right? And that's where they're found. You know, like obviously Shikaku, who can control sand, is sent to an arid, deserty climate. And so like seeing the couple of thousands of years during the Warring States period, because obviously they don't get caught until Konoha gets founded, right? Madara comes into contact with Hashirama, and they're like, oh my God, you can catch these things. So there's like 2,000 years of these tailed beasts kind of just existing. So seeing their stories, especially with people like Son Goku, the Four Tails, because he's referred to as the king of the monkey sages. So seeing how his story ties in hypothetically to the story of Sun Wukong or something like that could be really, really cool. Backstories of the Shinobi Wars War 1, 2, and 3. See, I want to see more than anything. Yeah, 2 and 3 are cool. And we know a good amount about the First Great Shinobi World War, but mostly what we know about the First Great Shinobi World War is who died. 2 Hokages died during the First Great Shinobi World War. 2 Mizukages died. I think 2 Tsuchikages died. I think like a total of like 11 Kage died in the First Great Shinobi World War. Like, it's crazy. Set in the cloud. Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted a story in the cloud just because like representation matters. Cloud Village. Let's see. I'm gonna make a YouTube video about all of these. Cloud Village story. I've done like, you know, Naruto prequels we deserve. I'm dying inside RN. I'm dying. Just kind of asked someone on the day. Proud of you. Minato series, the voting community tab on YouTube. It is Satan's little. Don't know the rest of it. Thank you for the hedgehog. It's very nice of you. Do you read One Piece and watch it? I just watch it. Yeah. Does it have to be from the Leaf, right? How about the third Raikage? See, the third Raikage would be an interesting story. I think that would obviously be tied in. Like if we're gonna step into another village, like if you're any other village, nobody wants to go to the Hidden Stone. The Hidden Stand's okay, fine. It's fine. You know, like puppets are kind of cool. Hidden Mist has had an interesting backstory, but we also know the majority of the Hidden Mist backstory. It is more tied into Madara and Obito and the main plot line of Naruto more than any of the other villages outside of Konoha. But I genuinely think the Cloud is probably the most interesting village outside of Konoha. Dry comes back would make Naruto better. I mean, there was a time travel arc in Boruto, if that's what you're looking for. Or a story of Sakumo. Sakumo's cool and all. I think his story can be told in a Minato story, though, because they existed simultaneously. Sakumo was older than Minato by a pretty large amount. Not by that much, because so Minato was Kakashi's sensei. They were about 10 years apart. I would argue Sakumo was probably anywhere from 15 to 20 years older than Minato. So like you could like hear about Sakumo's exploits during a Minato story, because Sakumo's exploits, like the reason Sakumo was famous was the Second Great Shinobi World War. That's where he learned, that's where he gained the White Fang title. So that would be interesting. Please, Shisui series, please. We already, what about Shisui? That's like, I would love that. Shisui's cool. Once again, light novels. We have Shisui's story. We do. We like Itachi's first light novel, Itachi Shinden Book of Bright Night, it's about Itachi training as a kid, and then it's about him joining the Anbu, and then Shisui being there. Well, Shisui wasn't in the Anbu, but like he got brought into the Anbu by Itachi. A couple of missions they take together. Obviously, there's more information that could be done if we did a full Shisui story. But we know a good amount about Shisui's life, and he dies at what, 17? So it's hard to make a story about a kid who dies at 17. I guess Minato couldn't get tied into that story, really, unfortunately. I was gonna be like, oh, once again, it could be a Minato story, but he dies. Shisui was probably like 7 when he died. Yeah. New continent, expand the map. Imagine, I'd be sick. We get a DLC. What anime should I watch now? Because I finished all the Naruto stuff. Boruto exists. You can watch it if you want to. Just watch the canon stuff. Small story about the land of whirlpools. Yeah, I guess. Like, obviously, like the Fuinjutsu of the Uzumaki clan is genuinely our biggest pull. Like, whoever figured out Reaper Death Seal. That's what I'm curious about. Like, oh, you know, the guy who was just like, yeah, I learned how to summon a death god. Problem is, like, were people watching him do it? Because he died immediately. Kaguya's story / fate of her partner. What's his name? Tenzo? That's, why do I know that? Tenzo, great guy. Listen, if an alien that looked like Kaguya descended from the heavens, I would, bro, call me Tenzo. Naruto Christmas special, yeah, featuring LeBron James. Yeah, it's an ad. It's a long ad for Sprite Cranberry. Give me a show. I want to see Konoha 12 with their own 3-man teams. I mean, we kind of get that in Boruto a little bit, like not a lot, but a little bit. Like we see Sai with his Anbu trainer, like the kids in the Anbu he's training. I would love, like, Naruto is training Kawaki, but really, the thing is, like, that happens, like, that also is it's a blank period story, because what you do as a ninja is, like, you become a jonin, and then before you have kids, you train genin, and then, like, everybody when they had kids, like, look at Kurenai. I mean, Asuma would have gotten out if he had, but, like, outside of that, like, so, like, the problem is all of the Konoha 13 now have children, so there's really no reason for them to go back and teach genin, because we've never seen a jonin leader with children, you know? What if everyone decided to jail Danzo instead of letting him free? A lot less would have happened, that's for sure. What happened? How Ghetto statue was stolen.
FBI, open up!
I'm not even wearing my headphones, but I can still hear it. Please do the guy that wielded every mistool, Mangetsu Hozuki. That's an interesting-ish story. He also died very young, though. Yeah, Mangetsu died very young. I mean, Suigetsu is also a very interesting character. Oh my God, those YouTube. Yeah, what if Sakura had a tailed beast? See, an episodic storytelling of what if blank, is really interesting to me because of the amount of things you can encapsulate under the umbrella of a what if series, right? So like you could do like, and I've done it. I've done what if Rock Lee joined the Akatsuki. In essence, I really don't want them to do it because they'd be stealing my content. But like what if Rock Lee joined the Akatsuki, or what if Sakura had a tailed beast, or what if Sakura trained in the 8 Gates, or like all of these kinds of things. Like when doing a what if series, and with the introduction of Shibai Otsutsuki and the fact that Shibai Otsutsuki can use Shinjutsu and like alter time and space, like with his godlike powers and the powers of the Jogon, like it's not out of the reach of possibility. Like, by the way, you guys should still be voting in this. But like it's not out of the reach of possibility, because like now that we've introduced like time space ninjutsu, like it's Like we can now mess with things and get into different dimensions. We already know different dimensions exist. So what's stopping us from believing that parallel dimensions exist? You know, what if Naruto married Fu? That'd be sick. A little 7 tails, 9 tails action. Make the 16 tails. I mean, Boruto, more than Uzumaki. I'm tired of Itachi discontinuing. No discounting. Cool people died early. Yeah, I mean, that's the unfortunate part of Kishimoto's writing is he's like, oh man, it's a cool character. She gets sick. She get real sick. Land of Whirlpools would tie in a lot of the first grade shinobi, second grade, along with many Senju and Uzumaki clan members. Well, yeah, I mean, the Land of Whirlpools was probably around until at least the second great shinobi world war, because Kushina was sent to the Hidden Leaf and she wasn't killed. Well, I just searched TikTok, didn't realize YouTube has really bad connection time. It's got a really bad delay, unfortunately. Yeah, Boruto isn't getting any votes. Hey, listen, Boruto's got 6% of the votes. Chat, more Boruto out of 5.8k votes is 5.8 times 0.0, or no, 5,800 times 0.06. 348 people. 348 people want more Boruto. Good for them. Good for them, chat. Listen, I'm not gonna say hypothetically this is gonna be shown to anybody. But if you were the ones who were in charge of Boruto, right? If you were creating Boruto, and you saw out of 6,000 people, 350 of them wanted more of what you were making. That's tough. Zach, thank you for the 8 months of membership, dude. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Happy to see you again. Happy to have you back here, bud. I voted Boruto. And see, listen, chat, there's got to be a couple. There's got to be a couple, baby. Nagato and all of the pain in the world. I miss Nick a whole lot, but doing good. Hi, Seraph. What if Madara's brother never died? Izuna? Madara never would have got EMS. That'd have been a problem for him. Think the stealing content would get complicated because technically they made the characters just to play devil's guy. Oh no, I'm obviously kidding. Like if Kishimoto was like, yeah, I'm gonna do like what if Rock Lee joined the Akatsuki? I wouldn't be like, oh, you son of a bitch. Like no, like he's like Kishimoto's IP pays my bills. So yeah, imagine I was like, all right, Viz, court tomorrow. I get the whole what if series like canceled because they're taking my content. How fast do you think I'd be run off of YouTube? How fast? Like I don't think I've built up that much goodwill that if I got a Naruto project canceled, people would be like, all right, it was nice knowing you. I would start wearing a mask. I'd be a PNG YouTuber. I'd just go start a different page, like use a voice changer. How about a series following the Anbu? It's not a bad idea. It's hard though, because it's like, who would it be centralized around? Like, would it be centralized just about Anbu captains, Anbu exploits? Yeah, it's tough. It's about Hashirama wrong. I know I did. You're only allowed 14 characters in a poll. I can show you, but there's really no point. Can you talk about Shinjutsu? Honestly, man, I don't know enough about. Honestly, let's look up Shinjutsu. I don't know enough about Shinjutsu, honestly, to speak on Shinjutsu. So, are techniques of the highest form mainly used by members of the Otsutsuki clan? According to Amado, all ninjutsu are merely attempts to reproduce. Yeah, so it's Shinjutsu. I don't know. Momoshiki claimed to have immediate knowledge of every Shinjutsu still in existence and disputed Amado's claim that 16 months, Big Weasel, that gets very nice. And disputed Amado's claim that Ada's entrancing ability is Shinjutsu, having never heard of it. Yeah, man, the problem, man, with Shibai, there's just so much additional lore. If you guys didn't know, in the Boruto manga, God just got introduced. Yeah, he's considered the god of the Otsutsuki clan. Over several millennia, Shibai resurrected himself, appearance. So they don't have an abilities thing yet. So I don't know. They're kind of retconning ninjutsu, which is, it's a thing. It's a thing, man. So the way that we were wearing Anbu mask to do your work, I have one somewhere. When I got my hair plugs first done, I had to wear it. But the way that they explained ninjutsu being created is that ninshu, which was spread by Hagoromo, was manipulated by physical energy of humans, and that created chakra, which was then able to be molded into ninjutsu. So like, to say that all ninjutsu is an attempt at recreating Shinjutsu, and that like, and therefore like ninjutsu is inherently tied to the stars and like the Otsutsuki clan, I guess makes sense as long as they tie it back into Hagoromo. But like, once again, it's like a semi-retcon from Boruto, which is aggravating. If you're in charge of Boruto, how would you write it? I don't know, man. I think when talking about Boruto, you have to acknowledge the fact who Boruto is being writ for, right? Like Like Boruto, for all intents and purposes, it's like live action TV shows, right? Whenever they make a live action anime, it's like you're not right. Like for live action One Piece, let's talk about this. Live action One Piece is being written for like One Piece fans. Like no person from outside of the One Piece fandom is going to be like, oh, live action One Piece, let's go watch this. Or maybe like from anime fans as a whole. So if you're writing Boruto, right, you have to understand that the majority, if not almost the entirety of your fan base is going to be coming from Naruto. And so my thing is like, you don't want to write Naruto 2.0. That's stupid. That there's no point in writing Naruto 2.0. If you're going to write Naruto 2.0, just keep continuing Naruto's timeline. Like, don't like give me the blank period, give me Naruto as Hokage, don't give me the sun, don't, but like understand tonal, like the tonal like situation of the fact of what your fan base is looking for. So like don't have Boruto grow up exactly the same as Naruto, but like understand that like and a big problem that a lot of people have with Boruto is the nerfing of Naruto, the nerfing of Sasuke, which I understand, but at the same time I don't, because those are your money makers. Those are the people who have carried your story for generations, and they're important, and they've worked for everything they had. To take it away from them like that it sucks, and it's very reminiscent of Might Guy, and it's the fact that Might Guy at one point was one of the strongest people on Earth, and he came into combat against Madara, and he should have died there. He should have put his life on the line instead of having him live as this posthumous memorial to what he once was, but never will be again. So like, that is essentially what they've now made Naruto and Sasuke. And with the introduction of the Kama Seal and all of that, they've made Kawaki and Boruto infinitely more powerful. They're essentially Jinchuriki for gods. They're way beyond tailed beasts, but never really working for it. Like Boruto goes through like trying to learn the Rasengan. He has like a 10 episode training arc on trying to learn the Rasengan. He compresses it. He fights Deepa, all of that. And that was cool. That was really cool. But like all of his power is now coming from the presence of Momoshiki and Shinobi Wear and all these things. And it just feels as though we accelerated the timeline on their, like, now they're god level. And it's just like, how did we get there? With Naruto, there was they're trying to just create the Rasengan. And then there was, the deal with Tsunade. And then there was the battle against Kabuto. And then there was the training with Jiraiya. And then there was the training with Yamato. And then there was the adding the wind's nature to his Rasengan. And then there was like adding shape transformation to the wind, added to a Rasengan to make the Rasen Shuriken. And the same could be said for Sasuke, even though it's less obvious. He goes to Orochimaru. There's the curse mark. There's learning Kiri, and there's his battle against Yamato, or not battle against Itachi. There's the heavy fear period, and we just haven't gotten that from either Kawaki or Boruto. They just started strong. What if Kankuro the puppet dude had a tail beast? What tail beast would he have? More on Sakura though. I bring Ina Sakura out like they do in the video games. Yeah, I would focus more on her chakra control than anything. Ninshu is just discount Shimsu. No idea what that is. No idea what that is, but I believe you. I do. Sarada story. See, and I think that genuinely would, or a story of Himawari. It's just because the irony in all of it is that they were like, we're not trying to make Naruto 2.0. And I was like, then don't focus the fucking story on a little blonde boy. Like just like, they're like, oh, we're not trying to make Naruto 2.0. You made Boruto he's Costco. He's Kirkland version Naruto. Like, focus on Sarada. Focus on Himawari. Focus on somebody with a differing power set. Like, you put a little demon, you put a demon and a kid who uses Rasengan. That's fucking Naruto. Like, if you're not trying to make Naruto 2.0, don't make Naruto 2.0. Kagami Uchiha story. That'd be very interesting. I mean, he was said to have Genjutsu prowess on par with Shisuke. Sorry, I'm turning my fan on. I forgot how hot I get while I stream. Dirty Dan just became a member. Dirty Dan, welcome to the Weeb Alliance. I'm so sorry. I'm a child. But yes, guys, we've gotten significantly, I mean, we haven't gotten significantly off brand here, but like, do please keep voting in this because it's important for reasons. For reasons, it's important. They're not discontinuing. They're not with the new pain thing they've been spamming everywhere. The new pain thing? What? What's the new? What do you mean? The new pain thing. They've been mind-boggling pain cosplay brings the world. No, Naruto shouldn't have ended. I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. Focus on nameless Anbu like the Mandalorian has. Keep the series mysterious and let the audience get hooked on action and lore. It's not a bad idea. Episodic tales of the Anbu and what they were accomplishing in the dark during and you can even like make assages to like what's going on in Naruto and like how it's not it's not a bad idea. I'll write it down. Anbu Tales. Because like you'd be like, and like you'd be like X and Y happened because the Anbu were there. Because like a big problem with like the Anbu is everyone's like, everybody only remembers when like Orochimaru made the fence around him and Hiruzen and the Anbu just jumped into it. What's the possibility of Boruto being the Tsukiyomi dream of Naruto? Slim to nil. And why is it within the village hidden leaf? Why not stone or village? Any other one? What? Oh, the Boruto? It could be. Yeah, that'd be very interesting. I have a theory for Perry Sage. I don't know what that means. Sarada and Hime, my favorite two characters in Boruto. Mitsuki used to be good, but now he's just an ass licker of Boruto. I do feel like they mishandled Mitsuki a lot. I feel like Mitsuki had a very compelling storytelling. Like he's a clone. He's trying to figure out who he is. He has an identity issue. And I think the honest problem was the introduction of Kawaki. I think a great foil for Boruto would have been Mitsuki, but obviously Kawaki's a great character as well, so can hardly complain. 17-year gap between Shippuden and Boruto, which is mostly filled out with light novels, which is mostly filled out with light novels. It's like almost entirely light novels. What's your opinion on Boruto? It's fine. The manga canon stuff is fine. But yeah, there's there's a Shikamaru light novel in there. There's a Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi light. All those light novels are in there. Sakura Hiden is in there. Gaara Hiden is in there. I think Kakashi Hiden, Konoha Hiden is in there. There's a lot. Like all of the Hiden books, I believe, are in that time period. I need to see the Root, not the Anbu. Root stories would be also very cool. Just like Danzo just being like evil. Just Danzo in the pocket. Bring back the Ice Ninja village, please. I want to see Ice Ninjas. You mean the Yuki clan? You mean Haku's clan, the Yuki clan? You want to see more of them? They still exist. They're not all dead. They just don't show their Ice Genkai because they don't get murdered. Anbu Tales of Fire. It's not a bad idea. It's a good name. It's a great name. On the Anbu Tales vein, maybe a Yamato origin story in his early days in the Root. We saw that. We saw that in a couple of filler episodes. We saw like. Unfortunately, there's a dichotomy between the manga and the anime in this regard. Because in the anime, they say that Yamato was abducted by Orochimaru as a child. And in the manga, he's made in a tube or something. So there's like a dichotomy between the manga and the anime on Yamato's like backstory. But we see like when Orochimaru flees the village, Danzo comes in, like they sweep out Orochimaru's laboratory. I think personally Danzo was involved in it. But what was I saying? Oh, so we get to see his early days, and then he is in the Root and he tries to kill Hiruzen, and then Kakashi has to stop him from killing Hiruzen, and then Kakashi brings him into the regular Anbu, I think, and then I think Hiruzen allows both Kakashi and Yamato to leave the Root because it's like influencing them poorly. So we know a good amount about Yamato's backstory. How do you feel if Boruto becomes Hokage? It won't be. It'll be Sarada, if anybody. Yes, of course I can't find it. Can't find what? Let me see if I can find the video and tell them like apparently Boruto is just a dream that Naruto trapped in pain. No, you're thinking the infinite Tsukiyomi, which is I've debunked on my YouTube page like 7 times. Yeah, it's not great. 5 days. Oh, DJ, not a question. I'm supposed to say thank you for the vids, man. You get me through a long day at work. Of course, man. That's what I'm here for. There seems to be a lot of bad blood between light novels being canon or not. Why is that? Well, it's just stupid. Light novels are canon. All light novels are canon. It just there's the one situation where sometimes a light novel will contradict what we learn in the manga, and in that circumstance, believe the manga. That's it. That's literally it. That's all. Like if you see, I don't know, let's say Kakashi stabs Boruto in the eyeball, and he's like, that's for Sasuke, and then in the light novel. And then that happens in a light novel, and then the manga he doesn't. Then believe the manga. But outside of that, light novels completely canon. They're all co-written by Kishimoto. Kishimoto said they're canon. They're all canon. How about a video focusing on other tailed beasts like creatures, like Morio, Zero Tails, Satori, Gario, and other possible such creatures? Yeah, it's interesting. I want to do like an all summonings video at some point, so probably. Yeah. I'd love a Naruto series where the teams were different. That would be cool. Marcia, that's a really good idea. So like you're thinking, I think that that ties into the what if, which is something we've been talking about a lot today. It ties into, yeah, like the what if. I'm gonna write down the what if series actually. But like, yeah, like what if Ino was on Team 7 or something like that, like instead of Sakura, and Sakura, like, I don't know, like Ino ends up married to Sasuke and all of these kinds of things. Yeah, what if, and I'm gonna write teams different. Teams diff bunch of other things. Nice. The Life of the Hidden Mist eye patch guy. Ow, owie, ow, 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 ao, ow, ow, ow. I think it's ao. It's ow. Yeah. Where would you scale current Himawari? If you consider the fact that like there's like literally no reason that Himawari shouldn't awaken the Tenseigan, I think hypothetically she should be like one of the strongest people on Earth eventually. But she won't be. She won't be, unfortunately. Himawari's cool though because she's the only person in history to have a Byakugan that can activate and deactivate. Never before happened, and I think that's technically an allusion to the fact that if you've seen the last, you'll know that Hinata at the end of the last actually gets the last bit of Hamura's chakra. Hamura being Hagoromo's brother, and Naruto obviously had Hagoromo's chakra. So there's no reason for us to believe that like that chakra was either expended or just like doesn't exist anymore. So hypothetically, both Boruto and Himawari should have the chakra of Hagoromo and Hamura like running through their veins, which would hypothetically once again make both of them partially Otsutsuki. And obviously Boruto's already like 90% Otsutsuki because of the Kama seal, but like Himawari, because she has a Byakugan, and how you awaken a Byakugan is you Otsutsuki has to take a Hyuga Byakugan and put it in their face, and they awaken a Tenseigan. So like Himawari definitely could be brought to that timeline. She probably won't be though. So she's probably just gonna be like, unfortunately, like a useless little sister forever. Does anyone else think the Hidden Stone Village was made by Madara's meteor jutsu? It's a possibility, considering the fact he ran both Mu and Inoki's fates. Tamari, Sakura, Hinata, all girl team. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. I mean, that's actually why, if you want to see like an all girl team, you should really look into Sakura Hiden. Gen 1, Tamari, Gen 2, put her in the back. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Series about each great war except the fourth. Honestly, yeah, that would be great as well. We know a lot about the third Great Shinobi Worlds War through Kakashi and through Minato and through everybody. But outside of that, like that's basically all we know. Is like we know like the battle of, what is it? Tenkai Bridge, Tenkai Bridge or something like that. Rin's death, Obito's death, Isobu being sealed into Rin. A couple of things, but we definitely could know more. Yeah. It would be like a nice like little mini series of like how the war starts, battles from it, but also like once again, fortunately those things get tied into either Hashirama's story or Minato's story, because Minato's story would give us a look into the second and third great like wars basically. What are your thoughts on people blaming Tobirama for Danzo? Tobirama sacrificed his life for the village while Danzo sat down, getting it destroyed twice within hope of becoming Hokage. I don't know why you blame Tobirama for Danzo. I mean, Tobirama was just like, Danzo was just part of Tobirama's protection detail. Like that was it. And so I don't really know. Could be overarching theme of the Anbu trying to avoid another great war. Yeah, man, a video about the Konoha 13 parents or teachers. What do you mean? So you want Boruto, but don't talk about Boruto? Like you want Boruto, but like only talk about Naruto in the timeline of Boruto? Or are you talking about, I want the stories of like Sakura's parents, because they just run a flower shop. The only interesting parents would be Ino's, Shikamaru's, Choji's. Sai is an orphan. Sasuke's parents, that'd be a cool storyline. Fugaku and Mikoto would be a cool story. Like how they met, that'd be kind of fun, I guess. Yeah. Naruto watching up. Way too interesting to not have Mu. Oh, Mu was way too interesting to not have more screen time. Right, man? That'd be sick. Yeah, that'd be cool. I believe the YouTube app. Yeah, if you go to vote, Cody Thomas, it's NTMber 23, and it is a community poll. Community poll right here. 7K votes right now. Would love for it to hit at least 100 at some point. Obviously, we have time. It's only been up an hour. 100K votes, chat is listen, 100,000 people. 100,000 people, chat, all being like, whoa. I would love to have this. Not saying it would be used, because once again, it won't. This is just for me. I'm a little information hoarder. But if there was 50,000 people essentially signing a petition to say, please make Minato's story, I don't know. It would be kind of cool, right? Story of Might Guy's ancestors. Give me a Might Die backstory. I just want to see that fight between the Hidden Mist, dude. That's all. Or the seven swords of the mist. What's your favorite anime? Hunter x Hunter. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about more Naruto content. That's all that really matters. They revealed that Boruto was just a homeless guy on crack imagining the story. I can see it. No, wait, that's a very stupid idea. Neji's family as well. A Hyuga story would be very interesting because the Hyugas have so much politics tied into their like very existence. Like it's like you talk about the Hyuga incident, you talk about just like everything. Like the Hyugas have like always been like Konoha's strongest village. So to tie it all into the politics, that'd be, yeah, I'll write that down. I'll write down the Hyuga. I'm gonna film this YouTube video right now probably and be like, the YouTube video is mostly going to be like about the poll, and like how you should vote in it. And that'll probably come out soon, but also talking about possible prequels and like what people would want to do. Or maybe if we need like an additional one down the line here. Love from Portugal. Thank you, Tigo. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. Did we lose? I think I lost YouTube on my multi-stream here. Love that. Love that for me. All right. Well, my voice is starting to go. I'm rusty anyways. So I am gonna, does the continent in Naruto even have a name? It does not actually. It's just the Naruto content. So I've hit an hour here, guys. Please, if you're watching this, vote in this poll. NC Hammer 23, scroll on over to community tab. Just get on there, vote. It doesn't matter what you vote for. And it's not going to anybody. It's not going to anybody, but like if it was to hypothetically go to somebody, you know, like we could do something with that. We are going to drop a raid on, let's see, chat. Let's just type in the word Naruto and see what's going on. Oh, Flea Boy's doing a thing. All right, let's drop a raid on Flea Boy. Let's see if Flea Boy's doing some competitive here. So if you guys are interested in more Naruto content currently, then pop on over and hang out with Flea Boy. I missed every single one of you. It's good to see all of you, and I hope you guys are all doing good out there. Goodbye. Mwah. Oh, I still have 10 seconds. I'm sorry, it's been a while. Go vote my poll. Go vote my poll right now. Go vote my poll.